Hi there, and welcome to Yearly Reviews, a show where I go through all the games that I played through the year of 2020 1 week at a time. So without further ado, let's see what we're reviewing this week. Yeah! Today is special, because today is the first official day of Spoopy Month, or October for you common folk. In case you were wondering what just happened before this video probably started, let me explain. So, a long time ago, I made a review about The Wolf Among Us, where in a gag I created this poster thing where I placed the games I reviewed in October of that year on post-it notes, writing what makes them fit in the theme of October. And because I've been doing this show for more than a year now, I thought, why not have some fun with it and bring it back. In fact, we actually have the same number of games as we did the previous year. But, why am I talking about this? Simple, because that is more interesting than the game we're reviewing today, The Suicide of Rachel Foster. In this game, we play as a woman named Nicole, who after receiving a letter from her late mother at her funeral, inherits an abandoned hotel from her parents. She had a good relationship with her mother, but she has tried and has cut all ties with her father after he had a relationship with a young woman. And by young woman, I mean a 16-year-old girl. Later on, after exploring the hotel, the weather gets worse and worse, and Nicole is forced to spend several days inside the hotel. She is later contacted via radio by a man named Irving, a FEMA agent who tries to assist her during her unforeseen circumstances. But as she stays more and more nights in this abandoned hotel, she remembers more about her father's relationship with the young girl and suspects Irving even more as the days goes on. There are a few aspects that I like about this game, but there's also an equal amount of stuff which I don't like about it. But for now, let's start with the good stuff. I think the voice acting was pretty good. Nothing felt stilted between the two main characters in the story, and it kept reminding me of Firewatch, which was a better game. I think the best thing about this game is its visuals, and more specifically, the lighting. Combined with the game's story being set during winter and the hotel's lodge-like setting, having some leftover Christmas decorations, the warm lighting in this game works well and creates a warm atmosphere to the hotel itself, which in retrospect is pretty bizarre considering the actual story of this game and what it tries to do. But now we have to get into the negatives, and whew, we have quite a bit to unpack here. For starters, the map design of the hotel was pretty confusing and quite frustrating to navigate. Most of the time you're just exploring the hotel to find items and other stuff, and it doesn't really offer any memorable moments. Well, there is one thing that was memorable, so I kinda guess we're gonna have to talk about it now. But just a heads up, if you're uncomfortable with topics like these, you best skip a bit. So, most of the game's story is revolving around the girl that Nicole's father had an affair with, the person in the title, Rachel Foster. The problem is that Rachel was 16 and Nicole's father was 50, Rachel was also dyslexic and bullied, and it's implied that Nicole's father raped her, resulting in her suicide. But the game rarely antagonizes these events, and the execution is really fucking sloppy, which regarding the topics explored in this game is a little bit insulting. Oh, there's also that bit where Irving is actually Rachel's brother, but that doesn't really matter, does it? But I guess the worst thing about this game, aside from you know what, is that despite the story and the map, it's so fucking dull. Like, everything I've said in this review is everything I can possibly remember about this game. In fact, I think we should just wrap this up here. The Suicide of Rachel Foster, even though it seems to be interesting from its plot and title, offers nothing of substance, and the actual meat on this game's bones is lopsided, which in retrospect is a weird metaphor and way of saying the plot is sloppy. There are some good aspects though, like the voice acting and the lighting of the game, and actually no, that's all of it. In fact, now that I think about it, this is a very odd and downbeat way to start Spoopy Month. Sorry guys, you know, I promise the next review is going to be better though. Hey folks, thanks for sticking to the end of this review. If you like what you saw here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys making comments on these videos. They make up my day and I read every single one of them. If you like what you saw here, feel free to look at the newest review and look at the latest review. And if you want to watch more, feel free to hit that bell so you know when a new review drops. See ya and thanks for watching.